Okay, and I'm live. So, alright, let's give this a few moments to go come up for hopefully anyone watching on the VOD. Today has just been kind of a day for me. Like, I really haven't... yeah, also, I just realized, because we're listening to the radio, I have an RTMP server on the, an RTMP server on the Pi, which I, patched the audio through, so you should be hearing, assuming I've got the mixer level set correctly, you should be actually hearing the live feed from my radio in the background over my voice. But yeah, I'm actually hearing quite a few stations. Propagation's a lot better than it was yesterday. And there was a thunderstorm warning. It's passed, so I think if we're going to have a success of connecting, so I've actually heard two separate BBSs. I'm hearing Uniform Tango 1 Hilo Zilo Mike, which is a Ukrainian station. You can see its status message up here in the feed. I don't know why it just decided to change over the log file. And we're once again hearing IW2OHX. So I'm tempted to just try this one again. The Ukrainian station may be easier for me to reach, but this is definitely a fairly impressive station, so... Not hearing the radio audio. It may be too low. Oh yeah, it's actually a lot lower. Let me bump that up quite a bit more. Let me see here. That's 100%. All right, you should be able to hear it now, Unstance. Yeah. I was hearing a lot of VARA traffic on the band earlier. I wasn't hearing much packet, but the band's opened up a little bit. Yeah, that's an error packet coming in. Let's see. That sounds like a station packet. No decode, though. Yep, okay. There we go. So, I'm tempted to try and connect to this one again. So, let me bring up Lin BBQ again. Let that start up. And we'll just try connect and see if we can actually hit it. I really will say I prefer Janos over Linpack. Alright, so ports. I want to connect to... And then the station, I believe the node ID we heard was 8, so IW2ODH8. And then, yeah, so the radio is sent to connect command. Yeah. We don't hear the outbound transmit audio. That's why you hear it cutting out like that. And there is a stream delay from when we hear it and when it pops up on stream. I'm not sure how long that delay is. That is not looking promising. You know, actually, instead of using Linpack, why don't we try doing this through the kernel? The last time I did this through the kernel, I remember this being a giant pain in the ass to actually get working. From what I remember, I have to use the KissTune parameter, but if I use the kernel options, I can use AX Connect, which might be a... Yeah, why don't we do that? Let me actually do that. So let me Control-C Direwolf, and let me restart it with the /P option. So yeah, now it connects to KissTNC. So it's kiss attach. I think I have ports set up on this Pi. Okay, I think we're back up. Yeah, we're back up. Okay. That's annoying. Literally, sometimes the internet just cuts out for... I switched my my desktop onto Powerline Ethernet, which actually solved a lot of the problems, but it doesn't help the fact that the whole thing is kind of garbage. So, KISS parameters, AX25. Let me figure out what a good option is to use, because I remember going through this when I was experimenting with this in the past, because when you set KISS parameters, it doesn't actually, like, do anything useful. So I'm noticing that we're not decoding any new packets, which is strange. I mean, I'm hearing them. So I think CRC type had to be 0. Port, radio at HF. You know what? I know exactly where I have these parameters. They're in my YouTube video. And I should write these down so I don't have to look them up in the future. Yeah, that's probably why it's having something of a heart attack right now. Alright, so let me load up my own video. And then let me see if I can figure out the KISS parameters command to make this work. Okay, so what I used in that video is 300R63S100T. Transmit delay doesn't need to be that high. Okay. So now, if I do AX connect or AX listen, I believe that'll show me all AX25 packets it's hearing on the band. The problem is that all the packets that we were listening to kind of just stopped. Which is strange. Not gonna lie. Yeah, we're on the right band. I'm listening to here to see if we hear any more packets coming in. I might move to different part of the frequency band where like APRS traffic is and see if we can hear that. But like I said, we did definitely hear... We heard IW2OH and we heard UT1HXM. So like if I try... Well, I mean, it is literally the... audio from... Okay, so it's port radio HF. Why don't we just try calling? We'll just try saying a connect command and we'll see if anything happens. Trying. Okay. Yeah, see, I don't even see Direwolf trying to like connect. It's literally been months since the last time I played with this. Oh, I see what I did. I see what I did. Hold on. KISS. I misconnected it. It's on the wrong interface. Because I have it on 3 and not on 4. Log interfaces, broadcast and interface. How do I tell it to disconnect? Is it KISS util I have to use? Oh, those are packets it's hearing. Yeah, that's hearing packets. That station's trying to connect with me. Sudo AX listen. Yeah, it's trying... that station is actually trying to send a connect command to me. I'm assuming that's an operator actually at the keyboard that's trying to talk to me. But I'm not hearing anything. Yeah, see, I attached on free. That's why it's having... Oh, apparently I have to kill the PID of Kiss Attach. Alright, so sudo ax listen. It's been a while, like I said, it's been quite a while since the last time I played with this. It did not... Oh, that's a packet coming in. It's definitely a little crunchy. Catherine, would you say that this is better or worse than the actual usual background music? Let's see here. Let's try a connect command again. I'm just out of curiosity. Okay. Invalid transmit command. Okay, using AX25 for Linux, modified version of KISS. Might use KISS parameters 1 to set the CRC mode. Okay, so apparently it needs to be 1. Let's try that again. Alright, that sent the connect command. Let's see if we can connect to the Ukrainian station. I definitely want to try using ARDOP as well. Alright, so it's sending a connect command. I hear something coming back. Well, I mean, background noise is definitely a thing. Let's see here. I don't know why my FFmpeg stream has... Yeah, it is sending connect commands. Whether those connect commands are actually going out is a bit of an open story. Although, like I said, we're hearing the mic key up. Let's go back and try BBQ again. BQP. Wow, one of these days I'll just be able to say it correctly. And see, okay, so that one actually got heard. So let's try. Okay, 127.0.0.1. It is quite possible my station's a little too pathetic to manage this, but we'll try. Alright, connect command going through. Yeah, I think it's sending the connect commands too frequently. Because I'm looking at that, and, like, it's... Yeah, see, there's a UA response, so it did connect. Okay, yeah, it did connect, but it was definitely stepping on the other node. I think the response time needs to be, like, 5,000 seconds. 10,000 for an acknowledgement. That's going to slow down the connect speed a lot. But it might work. Oh, I hear something coming in. Do wish I knew why the audio was definitely... Like, it's definitely, like, receive noise we're hearing. So this should wait a lot longer between various attempts. Let's see if we can actually get through. Yeah, I hear, like I said, I'm hearing other packets on the band. Oh, I just saw, that's a connect message. Okay, so it did actually try and connect. I think it just needs to have higher retries. Alright, hold on. Let's set it to a much longer retry timer, because it does actually look like it's trying to make like it's making actual attempts. Like, that was actually looking like headway. So max out frame is fine. 1 through 7. Persist. Keep alives. I'm going to set it back to 100 retries, because at the very low speed that we're trying at, you know, like the low... Okay, so we sent a DM command saying that we've disconnected. Let's try that again. Oh, that time we got a UA command. So we are connected. Welcome to Packer Packet BBS Switch. All right, let's send I for info. Oh, okay. So it looks like it lost the connection. Yeah, it's kind of overlapping on itself. But we did it. We did actually manage a connection that time. Let's reconnect. Okay. We got a response. So now let's do I for info. To go out. It's interesting, it keeps disconnecting us. We'll just stay on this screen because we're apparently getting good path to it. Okay, we are connected. It's definitely... Yeah, it is trying. Working well is an entirely different thing. I mean, maybe trying to use JNOS is a better option or whatnot, but... Yeah, I get the feeling it hung up. I mean, let's try it for the kernel again. Because I'm not exactly sure what I am or am not doing right. So AX call. Alright, so now it's going to send a SBM1 SABM command. It's going to do this a lot less frequently. I am tempted to figure out, like... Let's see here. I don't know, did we... I'm not sure if we lost it or if there's some reason why it's no longer responding. Like, it definitely heard our earlier connect attempts. Which, you know, is promising. Although, it might be that our audio levels are slightly higher than they should be. Yeah, so that's us sending the connect command. So, oh yeah, so Pat... So I believe the modem is actually in Pat. I've never actually tried using it before. I know there's like an ARDOP modem that can theoretically interact. I've never actually tried using it. So ARDOP. Yeah, so there's basically this, which is the ARDOP modems that were basically implemented back in the day. Although that's fascinating. Should work on a Sun system, may require so then you have line 2. C version generally performs better. ARDOP C is the only one that's supported by WinLink. Presumably that's the one that just like works. I don't know. I've never actually, like I said, I haven't tried using it in the past. So README. README is not that useful. Has a KISS module, has lin serial, has a makefile. Might be worth grabbing it and seeing what we can do with it. Alright. I can hit Control-C there. I am very curious on why it was connecting and then it wasn't. It's also possible that the band closed on me. Because we are hearing it. And like I said, I did hear a connect message come back the other way, implying that there is an operator at the keyboard. I'll try it one more time through BBQ or BPQ. Yeah, no, that's right. So the call sign is this, and we'll try it. Let's send a connect command. It's also entirely possible that like the band has suddenly closed up on me. Oh no, UA response. So we got to connect. I hear definitely a second signal in the background. So it does respond when, okay, so we get a welcome to connected to BBS. Hey, there we go. We actually were able to connect to the BBS. So how do I do more than that? 0 P-mail, so no personal mail. Like, is this just a WinLink? I almost wonder if this is just like a standard WinLink node. It might be. So I sent a question mark. Yeah, that might... I wonder if that's just a WinLink node. I mean, it definitely connected and it talked to it, although it says it's BBQ 0 out of 0 P-mail for you. Which is interesting to say the least. Like, if I started putting beacons on it, our beacons out, I could probably get someone to connect to this system, but that was definitely a successful connect attempt. Up until it kicked me out, which makes me think... because the fact that it says RMS here does kind of imply it's an RMS system, or a WinLink system, which is interesting, even though this also says it's a BBQ system. Let me see if I can find, like, a page on it. Like, a lot of hams will, like, put additional information up, saying what nodes are running and such. Okay, so I actually have a list of grid squares. So this is the network map of basically everything that's listening and is reporting to the central database. So I'm assuming, yeah, here's the system right here. So there's something on 5 and there's something on the base address. But it's not giving me much besides that. There is, let's see here, red stations are... calls in red are ones that said they have HF. Herd links, modem let's see here, chat network, chat report, modem nodes, node links. Because that basically tells you everything that's connected to everything, because it's supposed to basically work as an ecosystem, if I understand how this basically all plays out. This also gives me, like, a list of other stuff. I could try sending a connect command on 5 and see what I get. So we'll be receiving anything else. Yeah, why don't we send a connect command to port 5 and see if we get anything. 2 UT1 Z5. That's the wrong call sign. I'm hearing some... Okay, so we got a response from port 5, because it went acknowledgement. Alright, so I for info. And then it kicks me out. I am deeply confused on what's going on there. Like, it shouldn't be tearing down the session. Let me look at what our packets outbound are. One is information command. I'm also hearing, like, another station bleeding in. Like, I can just hear it through, like, the noise. Alright, so that's sent to connect. So this session... Alright, so let's try this again. I send I for info. Okay, so this is definitely working better. Okay, here we go. Main services, BBS, chat, so Converse server. Okay. Not fast. It is definitely not fast. We are... Wow, that is slow. Okay, let's connect to the BBS. So BBS. Is Discord working again? I was trying... Oh, it is working again. Okay, I want to take a snippet of this because, honestly, this is cool. I am legitimately happy about that. You gotta really appreciate the 300 baud. Alright, so I think I can type LL10 to get the last 10 messages. Yeah, so the last 10 messages. I think it's still sending me data. God, that is a bit glacier. I don't think we got the last part of that decode. Oh, yep. There we go. Please enter your home BBS using the home command. So I don't have a home BBS, although I probably should set one up. So let's see how many people have actually connected to this system. Let's request list last 10, which I believe is what that command is. I mean, considering this is a station in Ukraine, I mean, I am legitimately happy about this. Oh, I lost connection. Yeah, it sent me a disconnect command. We can see that something's connecting. So it did actually manage. I'm assuming there must be a timeout. Like I can only be connected for so long. Let's try reconnecting. Because I'd love to leave a message. Oh, that's something else in the band. Okay, so let's go BBS. Because we can just go straight there now. Man, it is slow. It is definitely not a fast mode of communication. Did the BBS go through? Sending RR. That's a Morris beacon. Let me try saying BBS again. Maybe it didn't go through. I do believe there used to be BBS clients. Let's try saying BBS again. I may have gone disconnected. And I had someone in my Discord ask me for a copy of my config. quite possibly we lost the band. Like, let me send a reconnect command and see if it does anything. It is very much trying to do this. Okay, so it says wait 60 seconds before reconnect. We'll send a disconnect command. I do want to try and figure out how you get the ARDOP C stuff to work. Like, we'll take a slight break, because if I can get ARDOP up to function, it will function a lot better. So we will, yeah, so let's, so if I just type make here, what do I actually end up with? Assuming my connection to the Raspberry Pi doesn't, like, freeze up. Okay, so that's compiling. Well, that's... Okay, so ARDOP C version. So, yeah, so this is definitely looks like exactly what I would want. I don't know if it works with Pulse, because error opening output, error opening output. Yeah, because none of that... I believe I can use a Pulse to tell to... Yeah, it may not work with Pulse. ARDOP C Pulse audio. There's probably a way to make it work. That's really irritating if it has to use Pulse also directly. Oh, here we go. Usage. Finally, I just found the usage document for it. So apparently I can do 8515 pulse. And it did actually listen, it did actually connect on port 8515. So I believe that's a KISS interface. And that is, wow, that's actually a station all the way in the Netherlands. PD4R. I knew about that one. I was not thinking I'd be able to reach it. So let me hit Control C there. So if this is actually, this modem is actually working, see, I see input peaks, but I don't see any actual data coming out of it, which is a little confusing on how you actually make that work. I am actually surprised we were able to hear that. QRV on 14, single sideband. I mean, I heard that loud and clear. So that was an APR message sent to the network. Because I did see... Let's see if I can look at the document for this, because there's a usage file here. So keystring, pulse audio 1.1, web GUI. All right. So let me... So USB dev TTY USB 0. The audio cut out, which makes me think that the rig is keyed up. That's a little concerning. Hold on, I gotta go look at the radio. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, that is actually keying up the radio, and it got stuck on the wrong mode. I had to actually turn it off. I need to, or something is keying up the radio, which I'm not sure what. Okay, so you're dead. You're not active. Let me close FL rig. That's going to error out because there's no radio actually there right now. Weather's doing actually okay. Okay, that's closed. Let me go turn the radio back on and see if it's still stuck keying up. Okay, so the rig control is stuck. I don't know why. I'm assuming Direwolf is trying to key the radio for some reason. Let me hit Control C here and let me restart Direwolf. Weather right now is not bad. All right, let me go turn the radio back on and see if it's still stuck. Okay, so radio is no longer stuck. Not exactly sure what happened there. Alright, so Direwolf is running. But yeah, it was acting really bizarre. The physical rig was saying it was on LS lower sideband. So I'm curious. Let's send a connect command. So invalid connect from channel 2. Transmit line, channel 2 of the app. Alright. Thank you for the subscription, Edwin Lopez. See if we can make any actual progress here. See, I'm not even hearing anything now. Which makes me wonder if the radio changed the sideband on me again. I noticed that the setting didn't get saved last time, so let me go look at the menu since I had to power cycle the radio. Radio be like... So, alright, so radio is in LSB mode. It is on digital, we're just not hearing anything. I'm not sure what happened there. It's quite possible that just all traffic on the band just stopped, which does sometimes happen. Oh, that's a Morris beacon. Unfortunately, my Morris is not very good. That sounded like a VARA connection. Hey, Pietro. Well, we had a partial success with connecting on to a BBS earlier, and then it died. Alright, so interesting. I am curious why we basically stopped hearing anything on the band. Like, we could try connecting to this one again, because we also know we have heard something here before. See if we get lucky. Audio levels look good. Yeah. I'm talking in the amateur radio chat on my Discord, and some folks are telling me the band conditions are not all that great. Which is definitely possible. The complete lack of hearing anything is a little bit of concern. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't sure what I was going to do today. Like, I just threw up the radio stream because, like, I didn't want to kind of just sit on my ass and do nothing. Like, I'm not at the point where I really want to start a larger project just yet. Oh, I hear a packet. Heard a packet, but no decode. I would like to try using the ARDOP C. So I think I can't tell it to key up. But I'm not exactly sure how you use this thing. Let's just set port, pulse, pulse. I won't tell it to key up the radio. And let's see if we can connect to something. 127.0.8515. Like, no, so no valid response. Wow, that was lag. Yeah, see, that definitely sounds like VARA traffic to me. So I really want to figure out how you actually use this thing. So you can set the port with /p. Web GUI, blah, blah, blah. Host commands. Like, this is, like, feels like it's describing a different project. So, multi-platform port. Let me grab this version of the code and see if it's any different than the one I grabbed prior. So I want a web interface on 8155. Listen to pulse. Okay, I guess you need to be on 6. $8,000. Wow, they really make this, really makes it feel way more complicated than it needs to be to get this to work. Capture device, playback device. Because it did say in its README file that you can use Pulse Audio with this. So if I look at usage Linux. Oh, I hear another packet coming in. might need to be set to plug hardware. So the first one, it would be 2,0 plug hardware 2,0. And nothing. Absolutely nothing. Getting the feeling this is part of why this mode died in favor of Vara, because it's just such a pain in the ass to get going. It talks about having a sound RC script, which feels like I shouldn't need that. Like, if I really need to do something like that. Opening playback, unknown PCM. Unknown PCM. So let's say if I just do like help. So no log file, playback device, capture device. So, the first version that I grabbed was basically... This one has like a web GUI and it's supposed to be like a lot nicer. But it doesn't seem to be able to talk to... it doesn't seem to be able to talk to the audio system with Pulse running. We'll also work with Pulse as specified as the audio devices, capture device, playback device... options. Oh wait, hold on. So let me try, hold on. AOD 8515 pulse. That actually did work. Unable to get listening socket. I think I have something listening there. Interface available at 8011. Okay. So now it's actually listening to stuff, so I can show log and basically hear if anything comes in. Okay, that's presumably progress. Like, if I hear any packets, it will likely decode. But we haven't heard anything in a while, which sort of makes me wonder if my rig has gone off to lunch. Like, let me open FL rig. I'm not hearing much of a difference. I can manually set it on LSB and see if I hear anything. Yeah, like I'm not even hearing beacons, which I would assume I would be hearing. You know what? Maybe we should throw up FT8 and see if we're actually hearing anything. Audio, I don't know how well my skill set comes down to writing like my own high sensitivity modem. Like, it very much feels outside of the wheelhouse of my knowledge, and while I don't exactly mind expanding that wheelhouse, it is interesting. I gotta go look at the radio and see what it's actually listening to, because I don't trust the rig control right now. Well, the rig was in the right mode. We just weren't hearing anything. I'm going to just throw FT8 up for a bit. Let's see if we can hear, like, anything. Okay. And that's a VAR signal we just heard. So now we're going to hear lots and lots of musical chimes. Yeah, so that's Lebanon. I've actually worked that station. Belgium. Let's get a brief idea of what we are or are not hearing. Another Belgium. Yeah, well, it's a lot less static than what it used to be. It's going to be a lot more sounds of dying radios is the way I would describe this. Yeah, I'm hearing SP. I'm hearing Germany. I'm hearing Netherlands. Yeah, you know, why don't we just work that Spanish station and see if we can actually just, like, do a quick CQ. It really is like listening to the soul of dying radios when you actually hear it in headphones. Although it is possible the band propagation is actually that bad. I might just call CQ and see if we hear anything. Yeah, I'm not getting any responses from that. Let me call CQ and let's see what our propagation actually looks like in real world terms. God, the disconnect between the audio in and the audio out is a little bit bizarre. All right. So Oh, we have a hot one, and that's a station in the Netherlands that's hearing me at -12. Let's see if we can actually finish that QSO. Okay, so that finished. So yeah, we are getting out. The rig sep is okay, if not amazing. Let's get off that frequency, because that's a little loud. Let's head back to... Yeah, let's listen in. Let's go back onto 501 net. I can definitely listen to some other frequencies and figure out what else we can hear. Like, I could also try 17 meters. Let me see what else I could listen. So the section of the band that's basically dedicated to packet is all in this part. It's from 14,100 all the way up to 14,112. And then there is actually a lower section. Let me see where else we could actually hear packet radioactivity. It's definitely interesting. Like, if I just browse through the band, I might hear something, because there is a fairly large bit of the spectrum where you kind of hear random stuff. Let's see what else you might actually hear. So, yeah, network 105, general use. There's robust packet on 102. Oh, that sounded like someone tuning up. There is apparently a fair bit of APRS on 10 meter. Might be worth trying going down to 10 meter and see. Like, I can set the antenna up. I've never actually tried working 10 meter on my setup. 30 meter has a fair bit more, but 30 on this antenna setup has been questionable in the past. Let's see, are we hearing... Yeah, we're not hearing anything in the decode for ARDOP, which is, I guess, unfortunate. I don't know. Let me pull up what. Let's see here. I2. So this is the ham station, the Italian one, and this is what it lists as its frequencies. So it says it listens on 14,102.30 for Packer, ARDOP, and yeah. So this has the bands reversed from normal, or not normal, it lists everything in upper sideband, which is currently how the dig mode on my rig is set. So why don't we just try it? Like, why don't we just see if we hear anything? So we gotta go down to 2, 3. So now the sideband is essentially back to front. Oh, and we're hearing stuff. That sounded like a VAR connection. Let me keep you on top. Not quite sure how you would connect with this. Like, it's got the connection port open. Like, we can keep listening and see if we actually hear or successfully decode something. I'm assuming it's running a KISS interface on 8515. So if that's what it's actually doing... Oh yeah, I tried getting this working earlier, and this was having a bunch of problems. Yeah, see, like, I get this lib pulse error, but it doesn't seem to actually try and open anything, which is annoying and confusing, is the words I'm going to go with on this one. Yeah, because this is supposed to be like a general all-in-one sound modem. So, listen failed. So what protocols do you actually support? So you support basically a lot of PSX protocols. So I hit setup modems. Set devices. Yeah, then it starts complaining that it can't open Pulse, but it doesn't tell me why it can't open Pulse, because, you know... Also, did the whole, like, just, the whole UI just crash on the Pi? Because it looks like the whole UI on the Pi just crashed. Yeah, that actually looks like exactly what happened. I think XFCE just checked out. Wow, technology just really effing hates me today. Yeah, it literally looks like XFCE just died on the Pi. How long has the Pi been up? It's been up 3 days. Can I just restart the panel, or... No, that broke it worse because that was not the right interface. I think... Yeah, I think the Pi might need a reboot. I'm just going to reboot the Pi. We'll lose the audio here as it comes back around. It's interesting how you see like basically all these different nodes, but it doesn't give you like anything else besides node here. And you get a bunch of chat reports. So now I gotta wait for the Pi to come back. I think it's on 11. Yeah, it's on 11. All right, let's reconnect. So let's see if we can get the audio stream from the Pi back. Sometimes just works, sometimes it doesn't. We'll see. Come on, why can't you connect? Like sometimes I have like RTMP streaming just basically work, and sometimes it just doesn't. Yeah, of course the audio decides it's just not going to work today. Why am I surprised? Because like it's just bouncing back and forth trying to talk to the RTMP server. And of course, you don't get any useful error messages out of flipping anything. Yeah, you see the play command go through, you see the publish command go through. In theory, everything should be like good, happy, and functioning, but of course not. That would be way too effing easy. All right, let me try setting play first. Let me control C this. I might take a little bit of a break here because I'm definitely feeling a little bit frustrated. We'll see. Yeah, I think I'm going to take a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to just take a short break. Hey, look, the audio's back. I'll be back in... Yeah, I'm going to just hit 5 minutes. Alright, I'm back. I am definitely feeling a little defeated, to say the least. I do hear packets on the radio right now, but I think because the radio's in upper sideband, it's not decoding. I think I have to tweak the config, because I think mark and space have to be switched around. Let's see here. 3090. I gotta look at the direwolf config. I'm definitely thinking I may want to just try setting up a BBS and seeing if anyone connects to it. Maybe I will do that. Like, that actually sounds like a kind of an interesting project. I would have to test it with local radios first. But I would like to be able to connect to something. The thing is that I'm not going to be here for the next 2 days, so I don't want to leave the radio of the antenna up while I'm doing that. Because my lightning arrestor system is me running outside and taking the antenna down. So I'm currently looking at the modem config. So I think for the modem config, I get the sensation I have it back to front. Although it shouldn't make... Well, I guess it would make a difference. Tone pair... Miscalibrations, less likely to be coded. Multiple demodulators, like... Yeah, let me put the radio back into lower sideband. So I switched the digital mode back to LSB. Let me see if we hear anything. I am... Actually, hold on. Let me also get the /P option so I can do a KISS attach later. Part of me is wondering if I should try going on to 10 meter, if whatnot. Like, that was a little bit legitimately like, you know, like I said, it started, it's almost worked. With the ARDOPs, with ARDOP, I think I would have to sit and try it with, like, a handheld radio. I've got the 2-meter antenna. I could conceivably do that today. I dug out the Chromebook. I charged up the Baofangs. So I could entirely do it. I just have to put it like a jumper cable to the 2-meter dipole because I don't have it installed properly, but it doesn't exactly need to go far. I mean, screw it. Let me grab the Chromebook. Okay, so the Chromebook's up and running. Now I just have to get the Chromebook connected to the Wi-Fi network. Which requires me to remember the password for the Wi-Fi network. Which is always like, you know, that slightly easier said than done sort of thing. Okay, Wi-Fi settings. Manage no networks. I'm just legitimately kind of ... question mark at the moment. So if we pull up the shell, yeah, this is the Chromebook. Okay. So if I want to, if I want to pull out the 2-meter radios and like have it connect, I'm kind of thinking of what I would have to do. Let me go grab the radios. Alright, so I now have 2 handheld dial fans. Let me connect the rig kit to the Chromebook. Now I have a radio plugged into the Chromebook. So probably need to go plug in an antenna into I'm trying to remember exactly what I have on here. Because it's been a while since I've played with this. Yeah, so I have Dire Wolf. I also gotta check the frequency bands for Grease just to make sure. Because I believe the 2-meter band is a different frequency allocation because it's a different ITU zone. So I should, like, check that. All right, operating. 2-meter. 144 to 146 primary. Okay, so yeah, we're good there. I can't use my 1 1/4 radio because no allocation here for that, but it's fine. Okay, so change the call sign. 200. Don't think I actually need that set. TTY. And you are actually on USB 0. Okay, so let me go plug in the 2-meter antenna into the radio. So I just, what I just did is I plugged I got wow, brain words hard. I've got the 2-meter antenna plugged into the base station. Okay, so I hear stack there, and I lowered the transmission power all the way down to its bare minimum. So let me open FLReg. FLRig, and then I want to switch, let's see, how do I get to show the bands? Because I want to switch it to 144. Okay, so now we're on 144, and then we set you to, I think you have to be on packet. SV0 TOH. Okay, so I was a little bit off. Hold on. SV0 TOH test 1, test 2, test 3. God, with the stream lag, that is weird that I can hear it and not hear it. Let me hit the push to talk. Okay, radio key's up. So, yeah, that does actually work. That does actually imply that the volume is very, very low, though, because... I'm waiting for pulse control to come up. So yeah, so that's keyed up, that's keyed up. I do find it interesting how low the output volume is, or the input volume is, so let's give it a little bit of a bass. SV0TOH, test 1, test 2. I mean, for all I know, that could be a problem with the Baofeng. Or how I have it looped in upon itself. Because I actually have my headset very low. SV0TOH, testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, well, that sounds like FM to me. So now, in theory, I should be able to set a data connection between... basically, I can shoot packets from one to the other. So, if I actually want to try that... actually, you would still be on Yaesu. And that needs to be commented out. That's fine. So FZ0TOH. 1, 2, 3. Modem is... Yeah, I think by default, yeah, that should be fine. So Direwolf, C... Yaesu. And now that's listening there. So, okay. So now we pull up the Chromebook. Direwolf C handheld. Direwolf PC handheld. Because I just want to see if I can even get the BBS feature to, like, you know, work. Okay, so I have AX25 start here, and that has the stuff for the network interface. So mod probe, AX25, and KISS. Sudo, let's see here, do I have it in this one? Let's see here. KISS attach. Dev PT 3 radio. Okay, so that's all the parameters set. Although that's eye gating, which it shouldn't be doing. Didn't I? Oh, I didn't comment that out. Ooh, what did I do? Set parameters. So now I am curious. So if I go here and I start the BBS up, so we're now listening there. I don't know if I would have a valid connection if I tried it, but it's worth trying. So mail started, all processes go. Yeah, like I probably... So yeah, you would be able to hear traffic from this one, from the other one. So let me get now back on the Chromebook. I think this is actually going to be on the wrong port. Well, it's kind of on the wrong port. It needs to be on SVOTOH1. SVOTOH1. And you also need to be controlled seed because you need to be on that. Alright, so there we go. Sudo kill all kiss attach. So I'm curious if we're going to be able to dial in. I hear it sending the connect command. Are we decoding the connect command on this side? We are not. Okay, so that's actually part of the problem, I suspect. Interesting. So we're hearing it, but it's not decoding on the other side. So you're listening. Do you need to be set to FM? You might need to be set to FM. Or maybe to dig. Yeah, you might need to be on FM, actually. Because I can hear it with the handheld. You're on the right frequency, right? Oh, no, you're not. That would do it. Confirm that your handheld radio is actually on the right frequency. So, let's just see if I can talk to my own BBS. There we go. Interesting. So it's only sort of working. Yeah, so we're seeing a bunch of RRs. It's resending. Oh, that's right. I have to have squelch open. That's no doubt why it's not listening. Yeah, that would do it. That would completely do it. It's thinking about it. So we saw it connect. See if anything else happens. Okay, so we can go BBS. It's definitely trying. This is actually a really good way to test my setup. It's interesting that it's resending that over and over again. Okay, so welcome. Latest message is 1, so I think I can do LL10 to make it replay last messages. You know, the fact that it gave me this interface, like BBS, chat, connect, info, ports, like, I don't feel like I should be able to do... Alright, so let me try help, because at least this is giving me some idea of... Wow, that's sending a lot of packet data. Wow, it's fascinating how many times that actually resent and resent it. So can I scroll up? Okay, so yeah, I can scroll up. So display or get home BBS, select get info about this BBS, set CMS password. Interesting. So if I type by here, I think I go back up to the top level menu. Or no, that just clears me off the band. The fact that it is working at least somewhat is promising. It implies that my setup is not completely broken. And being able to watch both sides of the conversation also definitely makes things a little easier. Yeah, when it gets stuck in this RR chain, like, it's like because the radio doesn't switch fast enough, it doesn't always hear it. There we go. That time it worked. So I'm assuming I can set like a message of the day or something, because now I'm kind of actually... Yeah, like if I actually wanted to set up a full BBS, this would definitely be the way to do it. Either using JNOS or BPQ. So if I type nodes, I'm assuming it will actually see itself. Yeah, that's legitimately interesting how it has to keep, how it has to keep doing a retry. That could just because this is a Baofeng, and Baofengs are kind of crap radios at the best of times. Or there's something wrong with my settings on the main one. Let me look at my KISS parameters. Yeah, it's stuck in... It's not making any headway. Let me close the connection. And let me do a little retuning. So I just realized that this machine's probably on the wrong time zone. Actually, I know it's going to be on the wrong time zone. Europe. Athens. There we go. Wow, your clock is still... No, your clock's actually correct now. Okay, so slot, time, tail delay... See if we can get that to work better. I mean, that feels better. But it's definitely having a fair number of retransmits. Because either the Baofeng isn't switching back and forth fast enough. I mean, it could definitely be multiple things. One's a Yaesu FT8 the other one is a Baofeng. Because right now, I kind of want to just figure out what is and is not working. Like, okay, so if I type ports... See, I'm a little concerned that someone would be able to send the connect command here, which makes me think that I don't... Like, when I played with Janos, it definitely worked quite a bit better. Alright, you know, I am deeply curious, once it finishes executing this command... Yeah, because it's definitely doing a lot of... I think there's tuning parameters I need to adjust. Like, let's take a look at this. That's quite possibly what part of the problem is. But figuring out which tuning params that is. That almost certainly can be lower. I don't think it has to be that high. I don't have a DSP on my rig. It's the original factory model of the 857. So there is no DSP on my rig. It's push to talk on both ends. We did have some success in talking to an HF-BBS, but it wasn't reliable. So I'm kind of taking a look at it. And I'm also tempted just to throw beacons out and see if people will connect to it. So if I look, yeah, so we got port number here, no keep alives, persist, slot time, delay, quality. Yeah, because it's basically fighting with each other. Now, like I said, the Baofengs are not particularly amazing radios, especially when you do with packet. The fact that it works at all has always been kind of an amazing thing. Alright, so we send a buy, and then we gotta disconnect. So, let me restart the server, and let me see if I can get this to work, like, semi-reliably. The other thing I know about Vox keying is the radio doesn't change modes fast enough for AX25 to actually work. Yeah, I have successfully done TCP/IP over this before. It wasn't good, but I did successfully do it with these two radios. But like I said, if I want to throw this up on HF, which honestly I'm tempted to do, this might need to be 200. Pack length 200 should be fine. Retries. Yeah, like, I was able to work Uniform Kilo 1 Zulu Tango Mike, if I remember the call sign off the top of my head right. I suck at call signs. I do kind of want to set up all-star nodes so I could try and work SSB while on stream, because otherwise I'd have to be sitting in front of the radio. Okay. Oh, that's working a lot better. Like... Or maybe not, because I'm hearing it kind of fighting with itself. Maybe 200 is what it has to be. Oh, interesting. That didn't decode. Or... Yeah, that didn't decode. Like, if I had two good radios, I'm pretty sure this would work a lot better. Let me lower the volume on the radio. So I've got Squelch open, which does really horrible things. Alright. Yeah, maybe I think the volume was too high. No, I think I somehow broke it worse. I'm pretty sure that's what I've essentially accomplished here. Yeah, because now it just seems to be stuck in a loop. So, Control-C that. Let's take a look at its config file. Let's see if I can figure out what's going on here. Problem is I'm not sure which side I should be trying to adjust first. So, delay, tail, slot time. So TX delay, so let me set the TX delay to 200. And TX tail of 100. Then let me see if Direwolf is complaining about that. Although it's not going to send the tuning parameters immediately. So here, let me try a tail of 200. Or tail of 10. TX delay of 200. And alright, so that's saying I set it too low. Alright, maybe 330? You really feel just your mind going mad when you're trying to get something that is not particularly well documented working. And now this says it's complaining that the TX delay is too short. Although you're actually hearing it, which is interesting. You're just not hearing the reply now. Oh, I didn't mean to kill Direwolf. That's fine. Yeah, I think the delay has to be longer. So if I set TX delay on both sides till 300, I can probably get it working. Yeah, well, I know the TX delay needs to be 300 when you're using Vox, because I used to do it that way for APRS. I'm going to a Hamfest tomorrow in Athens, so I'm definitely hopefully be able to find a better handheld radio. Like, that would be lovely. Maybe one with like a... Let's see here, slot TX delay. So let me set a TX delay of 300 and see if it will be happy. Okay, so it's the last parameter is that. So what's /L? Oh, that's the tail. Okay, so let's just set the tail to 30. Delay 300 milliseconds, tail is 3, slot time is 10, full duplex is nope. Alright. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Baofeng is the source of my pain. Like I said, I'm definitely kind of thinking I'm going to set up a packet BBS. That might be my task next week. So that time it went to connect. Okay, that feels like that's working a lot better. Because I'm literally hearing it on the other handheld. Invalid port. So I am curious what happens if I hit connect. I don't know. Let me just put that. Connect to K2JOT. Downlink needs port number. Like, it's not going to let me do this. I really hope it's not this stupid. I might be expecting... Yeah, no, it is in fact that stupid. Because look, it sent a... Oh, I get how this works. This lets you basically go from one node to another node to another node. So if this node was running and I had another node at KD2JRT... Okay, can we please stop? Interesting. So let me try BBS. Well, it was working nicely. There it goes. Connected to BBS. So if I type home, kind of hear it just going back and forth right now. Yeah, I definitely need a better radio. That's kind of what it comes down to for me. I do want to try and get ARDOP working on this link, because then I can actually debug the damn thing. But it does feel like it's stuck in some sort of loop. Oh, there it goes. So, home SVOTOH. Yeah, some tail on the Baofeng side probably will help. There is some. But I suspect, yeah, let me try 40. That's a lot of packets it's sending. Well, that was interesting. The one of the transmit switches got stuck on for a moment. I might have problems with. It might be a problem with the Yaesu base station. Like, it really wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, something's transmitting a carrier. Hold on, I gotta look at the rig, because I think the transmit switch is stuck on the rig. Oh yeah, there's the stuck transmit switch. Yeah, so the handheld was lying on its side, and it had just enough weight to hold down the transmit switch. Yeah, that would do it. Let me try that. Does seem a lot happier now with some adjustments. I'll be back in a minute, though, because I have to check something. Alright, chat, I'm going to take a brief break because I kind of need to think about where I'm going to go with it from here. I am actually kind of happy with this because, like, it is progress towards actually putting a BBS up, so I'll be back in a few minutes, I guess. I'll just hit the break timer. All right, I'm back. Yeah, I mean, well, I'm only using this to basically test the bulletin board side of this. I also want to try and run ARDOP over this link. Yeah, sorry, I just had to step away from keyboard for a moment. I guess the fact that you can connect is interesting because it means that if I can connect to one packet BBS, I could bounce off to another one. I probably want to disable that command, but I don't really know how the config works. Like, this is one of those packages that is remarkably remarkably interesting to fiddle with. And I shouldn't say that, and not exactly in a good way. So I have application 1, 2. So locator. So if I want, so BBQ32. So BBS config. So if I want to like set up an actual. Okay, so there's ident. You can send ident message. You can send a beacon text, which I think is, yeah. So there's bcall here. So that would be set like that. So there's, let's see here. Okay. Let me figure this out on how you actually set this. So max nodes, buffers. Okay, so connect text. C text equal. So C text equal SV0 experimental BBS. And then full C text should be 1. I can set the info command. Okay, so the idle time configure is what it makes it disconnect with. So what is idle time set to? Idle time. I don't have that in my config, so that's basically in the port stuff. So this is all basically config stuff. So alias, port BBS, digiport, users, max, mherd, yes, no. Okay. Oh, that's interesting how that goes. So it's like this. And then I can set ID interval 15, BP interval 15. And then I assume BP text or B text. I'd have to figure out, I'd have to basically format the beacon text to make it work correctly. for text node. So it would be something like btext equal and then it would want me to put it wants me to put in a GPS coordinates, which I don't really want to do. PRS grid square format. I probably have to go through and do that, but that's how you'd actually get to beacon it. I could either have Direwolf do it, or I could have it done through here. And then this needs exclamation points like that. So if I set that, I killed this. And then I restart it. Okay, so it doesn't like that. Let me keep fiddling with this because I'm deeply curious on how you actually make this, like, work. Because this is the way it lists it in the example config is like that. Text too long for C text. Let me try that. Alright, so now if I connect to it, I should get like a banner. Yeah, so that's sent to UA and then the response command. Currently looking through at the config, figuring out what else I actually need to set. So that's how you set up for Winmore. It's how you set up for Packer. It's how you configure routes. So, yeah, it did connect, but now that there's additional stuff at the beginning, it's less happy. It's a lot less happy. But, yeah, there's experimental BBS. So the message did show up. And then it did send commands. Let me just try. Maybe that was a fluke. So interesting. It was connect. It didn't hear the actual receive packet, and that time it actually did work. Okay. my brain is kind of like... Okay, so node is the feature flag I want to set to make it so it's not able to connect onward. So, okay, so I control C this. And if I put node 0 here, and then connect from here, which didn't actually disconnect. Secure telnet. It's probably a good thing to have. I don't know if I want to allow it to forward connections from my system. So let me control C that. Control C that. Yeah, so secure telnet. Interestingly, that's not actually... that isn't actually listed in the options. Let's see here. Let me look that option up. Secure telnet. That's interesting. That doesn't... It is listed. Okay, so it is listed. Okay. So secure telnet, so that will prevent someone from telnetting out. Although I think I have the connect command completely disabled now. Alright, so that's there. So if I telnet to it locally... Okay, so I can send a connect command from there, and that works, or it appears to work. Now, are you two talking to each other? So you see... Wait, why did you send C... Oh, don't tell me I got the, So that's 1 to 0 to start the session. It doesn't seem to be responding anymore. Alright, what gives? Well, I did something to break it, because now it's not even responding to connect commands. Do I need node 1 enabled? Maybe that's the... Maybe I do need that. Doesn't feel like something I should need. I'm just curious. What happens when I send this? Oh, and it actually booted me out because it said it needs sysop status. Okay, well, I mean, I think that's progress. Still feel like I have a lot more things I need to figure out how to get working. But, oh, that's definitely... That definitely feels like progress of a sort. I'm currently just reading on how... So, yeah, there is definitely, like, an entire program for using ARDOP, which is kind of what I want to try. If I'm going to run a BBS, that's what I would want to support in addition to traditional packet radio. It also does support FL Digi, so I could basically put it on PSK and, like, call it good. It just seems that PSK BBSs have basically gone extinct. Yeah, you can't send links in Discord on YouTube unless I make you a channel moderator. So you'd have to basically shoot it my way on Discord or something. Yeah, I mean, I've been at this for 3 hours. There was a... Yeah, it's back. The internet's back. God, that is just annoying when it just dies like that. Yeah, internet definitely burped there. I'm kind of debating calling it here. Like, I don't know if I've made headway or not on trying to do packet over HF and VHF. It sort of feels like I have, and it kind of feels like I haven't. To Okay. There's the secure stuff. So disable anonymous access. Okay, so yeah, that's a handy page. Now, what's annoying is I can't seem to be able to connect to Discord. I think my internet just basically decided it's going to give up the ghost. And I'm kind of debating calling the stream here. Like, it was partial success, partial failure. I don't know. I've also, like, lost the stream sort of thing. Here it is. Yeah, I mean, I was, like I said, being able to poke and tickle that Ukrainian node kind of put me in a good mood. Like, why don't we hop back on HF now that I know that things are a little happier? And let's see what we actually hear. I have to go onto the rig and I have to switch it. Because the cat control on this radio really leaves something to be desired. So, let's go back to 14. And if you, of course, you pop there on the band. I kind of want to make a system for scanning for packet stations and seeing what I could hear. But let's put Direwolf back up on HF. And I gotta change the power from 5 watts back to 50. Alright, I'm back. Radio's set on higher power. I almost kind of think I would need to set the radio either to be on 30 or 40 if I really want to. Like, really get things to work. I will actually let Lin BPQ load. And I guess I can leave it up. It definitely sounds like I'm hearing some VARA stuff in the background. So if I do telnet... I am tempted... What's the time in UTC? 3 p.m., so 15:30. So in theory, that Italian station's still on the air. So I am tempted to give it a go one more time. Like, IW to OH8/ I got the distinct feeling that that's may or may not work. says that it's on this frequency on this band. Oh, something came back. That's a session connect. Please enter your name, SVOTOH. Welcome. Hey, there we go. We're actually connected to that BBS. Definitely a little janky. Cool. So I can set home TOHT like that. I wonder if I have the if I can use the connect command from here, because if I can use the connect command here, I can bounce off to other Packer systems. Let's hear if that actually works. Yeah, it's sending. It is actually. It is talking. Let me turn off the bow things, because I think those new tuning parameters made it a lot happier than what it was. It's definitely going back and forth a bit. Okay. Home BBS is set. So if I want to get the last 10 messages, so that would be LL10. Oh, wow. It is actually working over HF. My God. What a miracle. I've actually managed to talk to a BBS over HF. Definitely doing a bunch of back and forth. I must have a very marginal connection. Hey, there we go. Oh, wow. There's a lot of stations on this. Equake, Today, Humor. It's slow, but it does work. So, Arch Linux updates. Interesting. So I think if I do like R55417, does that give me the post? Oh yeah, that gave me the post. Today in history, May 30th. I am legitimately shocked that this is actually working. I mean, this station's about 1,000 miles from me. And when I say working, I put that in quotes because it's definitely not ideal. But I think with adjustments with the tuning, definitely made it a lot happier. See if it can actually read the rest of the message. So yeah, this is the part where it kind of sucks, is it gets desynced. So I wonder if there's a client. It does look like it got stuck. Because it's re-requesting packet 1. And it's going back and forth. It does feel like it feels like that is all it's managing. Yeah, man, that is a marginal link to this BBS. It does say it does support ARDOP to it, as well as Packer 1, 2, 3, and 4. I know there's a soft modem for Packer. And it also says it supports robust packet. I really don't want to use proprietary protocols if I can avoid it. Yeah, I think I lost them. Because now it's just doing RR. It doesn't seem to be making any actual headway. So I had it working for a brief moment. Oh, and I got booted. DM. That must be the idle timer. So yeah, I could reconnect back. I do find it interesting. Yeah, it must have a very short disconnect timer. It's the only thing that really makes sense. So if I send a R32, there's got to be a client that can handle this. Like, yeah, so you can send it. WinLink exchange mail is accepted. So if I look on the login screen, yeah, it's still, I gotta wait for the prompt to come up before I can send a command. Yeah, so, let's just try and read the most recent message, 419. Because we saw the last 10 when I sent the query earlier. Well, the fact that it skips some numbers is a little interesting. Like, I don't know what to make of that. I'm presuming that this is basically all backbone together somehow. Because there's no way this station is reliably reaching the United States. So it's got to be passing through BBS. Yeah, and then it booted me out again. All right, let's try this one more time. We'll try getting 55417. So we do have a connect. Because, this site is on AmperNet. I do have an AmperNet prefix, so I could get my own net up and running on Amper. And kind of make it doable that way. So what does it say about, like, gateways? So there's the welcome. It's also got access to Arden. And, okay, there we go. So let's try and read, today, the history post. Okay, so it sent the command. And I hear responses coming back. And then it sent a disconnect command. Alright, I got one more thing to try before I give this up entirely. I'm going to make one more go. I'm just going to send it, and then I'm going to just immediately send the command when it says it's connected. Because this has probably got like a 30-second timeout. And the messages are taking so long to go back and forth that I get booted out of the system before not. The fact that I'm able to connect at all, though, is definitely... Okay, so that time it connected. And then I just want to do a read command, basically from the word go. God, it is really trying. All right, hold on. I really just wanted to get to read out a post. So let me grab... Hey, 008 dev. Alright. So we do buy here. I think I set this up to run with a PTS, so I think I could just attach to it. And did I? Yeah, I did. So, alright. Kiss attach. Cool. All right, so that actually sent the read command. So let me send LL10. And we'll see if we can actually, like, do a full session. I get the feeling this is not intended to be used for interactive use. And then we'll send read 55417. And those will basically be queued up and will go automatically. I do get the sensation, though, that I get the sensation I would either have to use Packer or ARDOP to actually, like, get this to work semi-reasonably, because the connect timeout is so short, I can't really run an interactive session. Yep, and then it boots me out. I'm going to try one more time, and I know I keep saying I'm going to try one more time. Yeah, I mean, I'm hearing the noise in the band, and it's definitely got... Okay, so there's the connect. Yeah, I mean, it feels like if I really want to use this, I would have to basically, like, script it up. There is... Simple terminal program... Yeah, I think someone on Packer jumped on. Like, I think I got on that very brief period that could. I think if I want this... Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to get this to work with Classic Packet, unfortunately. It would be nice. I would have to wait for this Packer session to finish and then try again. But it does... Yeah, it feels incredibly frustrating because it does feel like I would... So you can basically get Lin Mail, you can send notes, Q streams, BBS. Because like if I want to be able to connect to a call server or a conference server, I'd need to be able to make a stable connection. And it's definitely going to take a fair bit more to do that. And there's a lot of networking stuff that I think I'm going to have to figure out to basically figure out how to connect this all together. Because I'm basically reading how the BBSs just basically connect. And my God, that is definitely complicated. Yeah, that's definitely Packer modem traffic on this band. I suspect if I wanted to try an interactive session, I might have to try it middle of the night with the 40 loading coil. Because this BBS also listens on 30 and 40. And I'm pretty sure if I'm doing it like 2 a.m., I would probably have no problems whatsoever. It's also outputted to 2 meters and 70 centimeters, but I can't reach a station in Italy from there. Yeah, I think one of the next things I would want to do, though, is get things set on Ampernet. Not quite sure how that would work. But, yeah, I've been at this for 3.5 hours. I think it's a good time to do a break. I might throw the stream up later and try again. But at least I feel like I made some progress. Alright, anyway, this is your host, N Commander, signing out, wishing you all a pleasant day. See ya.